somewhere on campus, the sounds of dance shoes, music, and laughter have steadily filled the air for decades. 44 years ago, a small group of students gathered at Merrill College to dance. They created what is today one of UCSC's oldest student-run organizations. The group dances to celebrate Mexican culture, history, and identity, practicing on the same ground since 1972.
Personally, for me, that makes me want to come back every year is just the family connections that you make. Like, a lot of us are just a bunch of Latinos here, and we're just like, hey, we'll dance, sure, like, cool. Like, I honestly didn't know there was an organization like this, so I started coming to UC Santa Cruz, and my friend was talking to me about it, and I was like, oh, that sounds cool, like, I'll try it, sure.
The group performs dances from 8 geographical regions of Mexico, embracing each one's unique history, sounds, and culture. Los Mejicas members learn and teach each other the stories and steps of Mexican folkloric dance.
I'm a member, but I'm also a pinpoint for the group. So as pinpoint, I am responsible for 15 ladies who are part of the group, and I'm responsible for teaching the region of Yucatan, which is one specific region in Mexico that is near the Yucatan Peninsula.
Each year, Los Mejicas attracts over 60 students who devote their time and toes to performing Mexican folkloric dance.
So usually what happens is we have different maestros come in every year, and we learn different regions every year. And every region is taught to us or brought down to us by somebody else, and we reteach it as pinpoints. We have the responsibility of teaching these traditional dances from this region or this area and explaining to the dancers what it is that they are, where do they come from, who dances them, and then we dance them. So we represent them, and then we bring them back to our audience for Spring Show.
Along with its yearly show, Los Mejicas has grown from its humble beginnings at Merrill College to a GE class administered jointly by the Anthropology and Latino and Latin American Studies Department. Some members, like fourth-year sociology major Ana Asensio, initially joined to simply fulfill a need at GE, but ended up sticking around after the class ended.
I knew two people who I knew who had been in the group beforehand, and they would post pictures online, and they looked really nice, just done up and everything. So I think that's like what drove me a bit more to joining it, at least for the GE. And then after I saw how they danced and performed, it made me want to join the group in general.
I think when I first came in, I didn't really know what was going on. I just knew it was a lot of time, and I took it as a GE. But I believe that the biggest reason that I stayed here was because of the people. Because the people created such a friendly environment. They made me feel welcome. It's been what has been able to retain me here in school. I don't think that I would have stayed in Santa Cruz in UCSC if it had not been for this group.
As dancers learn rhythms and choreographies, they oftentimes discover far more.
I mean, apart from just being in classes, you don't really meet a lot of people outside of just group work or anything. But with this, you start getting to know people better, and it's just nice walking around campus and seeing them. Like, you feel connected because you know that you're both going through the same thing, or you're both putting a lot of effort into something. So you feel like together you guys accomplish a lot.
Yeah, and honestly, we do put a major focus on not only knowing the steps, but also bonding and connecting together and actually becoming a family all together, which is really cool. One of the biggest reasons why I always wanted to stay here in this organization is because I helped me find a place here at UC Santa Cruz that I've been craving for.
Because I didn't feel like I connected enough to other communities, and this gave me a community that helped me remember who I was and where it is that I came from.
They form communities, friendships, and discover opportunities for personal growth.
I have a lot of stage presence now. So I'm able to go up there and I'm able to just quickly get into character. It has helped me with school. I could not do presentations before I became a dancer. And now I just do it. It comes naturally to me.
As they say, once a Mexica, always a Mexica. The connections and community created by students form unshakable pillars of the student-run organization. Students simultaneously build networks of student involvement while increasing Latino representation and celebration on campus.
Yes. But we get a lot of help from the maestros and we get a lot of help from our director, Olga Najera. And if I ever have questions on anything, I always go to her. I always ask her, I'm not entirely sure what this means or what they're supposed to be doing, or who it is that they're supposed to be representing. Because she always tells us, when you go up there and you dance, you are not you. You are representing a specific group of people from this community. So you dance the way that you believe they would dance.
Students in Los Mejicas contribute to the organization's legacy through learning about the traditional dances of Mexico and can, perhaps for a moment, escape the stresses of daily student life and get lost in dance.